Hi everyone, this is Paul B., the homeless consultant, and I just want to make a statement or announcement. As of this week, a couple days from now, I will have sold the very last of the things that I own, the last of the things that I've worked my entire life for. After a couple hundred trips to the pawn shop, more than 2 years of losing everything by attrition, for the reasons stated on my videos here on my YouTube channel. So much to do with the Catch-22 situation that the Minnesota legislature has created, such that anything I do to try to get out of homelessness, I will break a law, usually a felony. For example, on tax forms, if I were to get a job and put an address on there when I don't have an address, that's perjury, a felony. If I applied for unemployment insurance that I had been eligible for, those thousands of dollars, it would have been perjury, a felony. The only thing I've asked for all this time is a job. If you look at my early videos in particular, How Not to Do Business series, at the end of each one I say I would really appreciate your help, and more than anything, a job offer. I have not wanted or sought government assistance of any kind, not food stamps, welfare, anything. I want to work for a living. If you look at my series, How Not to Do Business, you'll find that when the one and only opportunity to get a job arose, I jumped on it, and I kicked butt. I did better than kids half my age. I did better than the owner of the business. But look what happened there. The guy was crazy. He wanted a pet human being, and he hired vulnerable people. This is what the homeless have to deal with. I just went through the shelter system. I even gave in and tried the shelter system, where I interact with social services, and if possible I'll have something to say about that later. Total fiasco, just wasted more of my time and resources. All I ever wanted was a job and some way to maintain my hygiene so I could maintain that job. If it meant living in this car while I'm working, so be it. I'll do what I have to do. But this legislator has made it illegal for me to do anything. They've made it incomprehensible for me to do anything legally. And not one legislator has responded with anything meaningful other than something like Julie Rosen's "no thank you," or that pile of garbage's response where he asked for my home address to send me a response when I wrote to him about my homelessness. That's the Minnesota state legislators. Those are the 2 responses I got out of 200. I've written to more than 100 churches and contacted many more afterwards. No response whatsoever. If I go visit them, they try to put me in touch with government agencies and services for 2 reasons. I become someone else's problem so they don't have to do anything at all, and it helps to maintain their 501c3 tax-exempt status by helping homeless people become dependent on government rather than becoming free again. I've told you all this in my videos. A couple of my videos, like the Thanksgiving special, the making of How Not to Do Business, I told you right there, I should demonstrate for you how difficult, how much more work it takes for me to create these videos while I'm homeless living in a car than it ever would have when I had my powerhouse home video audio recording studio. I put in that much effort without a single, bit of pay, and I've received 0 donations. So in a few days I'm going to sell the last 2 guitars that I have. They're going to pay the bills for the month, hopefully. If they don't have serial numbers on them, I can't sell them in a pawn shop, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. Either way, it's going to leave me with a couple of dollars for gas, food, everything. So at present, my plans are basically to pump out as many of these last videos as I can, because I have a list of about 10 that I've been wanting to do, but because of this, I just haven't been able to. And I apologize in advance that the quality is going to be rushed. But what's it matter? Nobody's watching these videos anyway. I've asked for people's help for years and nobody will help. So basically later this week I am going to begin the process of dying. It's against my religion to commit suicide, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way. I'm going to have to freeze, and I'm going to have to starve. And as the car gets stranded, it's going to be impounded, and I'll lose everything I have and be outside. Don't say I didn't try. There's more than 30 videos here. The view count ranges from, I think, 1 to about 90 on one of them. There's videos out there called 10 hours of a blank screen, and they have 1.5 million views. If Justin Bieber or Beyonce passes gas, 14 million views within an hour. I don't know what more I could have done. I sent messages to the media. I tried to build relationships on Twitter, other places. I told everyone I met around here, everyone, constantly writing this out on pieces of paper, search YouTube for homeless consultant. And I only have a few views and 0 donations. When all this started, I didn't need donations. I had plenty of money because I'd spent my life working. I wanted to get back to working, but I needed help because I'm alone in this world. And now I know just how alone I really am. So I wanted to let you know, because I don't know when the videos are going to stop. They're going to stop abruptly when I run out of gas and money. Without a miracle, it's going to be this week. I don't see how it can be any other way. I have nothing left to sell of any value. The things I have left in storage are very important to me personally, but they have no monetary value. So I'm going to lose it all. Once I'm out of gas, I can't move. I'll be immobile. So I plan to go out into the sticks somewhere so I can at least know what it's like to be alone again. I mean, well, I've been alone through this, but not surrounded by threats. My videos talk about all the threats that the homeless experience when they're living in a car from people who live in houses, by the way. But nobody watches my videos. So this is pretty much it. This is what I spent the last 3 or so months working so hard for. But I never got the job offer. I never got donations. I never got help. I want to say thank you to the Beach family at one of the church shelters. They bought a car battery for me, and it took one of the problems I have and it crossed it off the list permanently. If only people had gotten together and done that with the rest of the list. But to the Beach family, thank you so much. You'll never know how much it means to me. To Hannah, who happened to run across my videos and really put in an amazing effort to try to get churches in Minnesota to do anything to fulfill their moral obligation if they believe the Bible at all. She tried so hard. I didn't even know she was doing it. But I got 0 responses from those churches as well. They didn't care if I lived or died, just like the legislature, just like the attorneys in this state, just like everyone. I've said it before, it's a good way to wrap this up. The state of Minnesota's solution to homelessness is a final solution. Their solution is to exterminate the homeless off camera by, number one, ignoring and neglecting the homeless until they move away to another jurisdiction and become someone else's problem if they're able, or two, ignore and neglect them until they just die off camera, while taking a couple token people here and there and putting them in the media that protects this corrupt, negligent, and incompetent state government, so it looks like they're doing something. Billions of dollars pumped into the poor and the homeless. What have I seen from it? I was denied my right to vote, for heaven's sakes. And I still haven't heard a word back from the media, from the notarized complaint forms I sent into the Secretary of State. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen one person do the job that they accept a paycheck for. Yet I did all this work on this YouTube channel without any pay at all. I don't know what more I could have done. All I wanted from the beginning was another job. I wanted my professional life back. But nobody would help me. So I hope you get something out of whatever videos I'm able to put out. Before I disappear. I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching.